All right. Hello, Speedgaming 5. Welcome to this, I believe this is winners finals matchup between Bdog and Satorha. My name is Fortify. I am joined by Root today for the commentary for this potential grand finals matchup. We're looking good for start. The runners are ready to go. And we will be starting in very few short moments. All right, so both of these runners are top of the top, for this game. Bdog and that trading multiple world records between the two of them. Probably the absolute examples that most of us look to when we are running the game and are learning to learn stuff from.
Almost definitely. Like each of these players, you have something to take movement from.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I even like during the 100% grinds that I was doing, I was looking at a lot of Bdog and Sat's movement to see how I could improve my own. So this is a very exciting matchup, and it's one that we didn't get to see during the any percent tournament. So very excited to see it now.
Almost definitely.
Both of the runners did skip the DNF missile. Bdog, I know, was grabbing it for a little bit because he was saying that it was helping with Corpius, just a little bit more consistent. However, I do know that he's been grinding the absolute monkeys off of Corpius lately. So, saying safe for work words.
I like how you call it a DNF missile. I think that's very funny.
Yeah, you just gotta reset and start over. I remember
Corpius a lot.
Yeah, I remember someone else calling it that, so that's why I did. But
Stolen names, I see.
basically, grown
So
up
they're
to
Space Pseudo now. Not Space Pseudo, sorry, early Cloak Pseudo, and they both hit it pretty quickly. Holy.
yeah. I think Bdog was within 3, Sat within 4.
Mm-hmm.
So Bdog has like a 1.5-second lead right now. That's how close this is at the moment.
But Corpius will definitely be the test of time here.
Yeah, no headlock for either runner.
Mm-hmm. Let's see if anyone can hit the 2 cycle. I don't think
okay.
Bdog has it. And
Bdog almost had it. Bdog was very close to it.
Both of them heading towards third phase. Wow, but Sat with the pretty quick third phase on Corpius. He definitely hit a lot of missiles in second.
Both runners visibly upset with the with their Corpius kills. Sat has a very slight lead, like half a second.
Yeah, and I really don't think. Well, I'm not gonna jinx any of these runners. Never mind. I won't say anything.
Yeah, Sat's early game is very good. I remember mentioning it during the any percent tournament, but a lot of in Super Metroid, a lot of players will refer to Zost's early game as some of the most consistent in Super Metroid. And during the any percent tournament, I kind of like made that similar comparison with Sat because he his early games were just ridiculously consistent, like with everything he did, his movement, his tricks, etc. So Bdog has been putting in an insane amount of work to not necessarily keep up with Sat, but to make sure that he's not going to be falling behind.
Yeah, I mean, early game in this run, I mean, any Dread run is probably the hardest thing to keep consistent, given that Artaria and Caterus both have extremely difficult tricks to get down and, you know, up to, wow, they both get water skip
Well,
in one
both get a
shot
first
though.
try water skip. Yeah, you'll see too as both of the runners exited the Emmy zone. Sat got hit on the little buds in the water, and Bdog didn't, and Bdog was able to literally regain a second just because of that. So in this race, it's going to be very, very minor things like that that are going to probably distinguish who is going to take the race. We see Sat get the spin fall weaves and kind of feeling himself a bit. Like, this is going to be a really good race. I'm really happy that this race is happening.
Sat touched it maybe like a millisecond faster.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like these runners are pretty tied at the moment. Frames almost separating them.
Chargers being around what sub 510 is ridiculous to me.
Especially on this category. I think my charge time is a 510. No, not a 510. I'm sorry, a 520, something like that.
Yeah, mine's between that to 530.
Both runners get the pinky kill. Coming up through climb again. Just like that, Bdog takes the lead. Sat gets hit on one of the slugs, so very, very minor things like that going to be making a big making a big impact. Yeah, thank you. And again, Bdog misses one of the ledge grabs and Sat ties it. Like, this is exciting.
Now we're frame for frame again, pretty much.
Yeah, exactly. This is exciting.
See if any of them get the weave. No.
Ooh, Sat went for it. You can see Sat went for it.
I'll be honest, I don't think it's worth it to go for it, only because of how many ledges you can accidentally grab.
On that one in particular, I agree.
Yeah. Maybe the one after water skip, sure, but this one in a race setting, the ledge grabs really can trip you up.
Because I've been able to grab the one on after the water platform skip. I've been able to grab that one once. I primarily have the most success with it after coming down from Caterus. I've never been able to get that one though, where Sat messed up.
I get it like off luck, pretty much.
Off of luck. I feel that. Alright, Bdog coming up to Magus skip first. Sat very close behind him. I believe both runners do the setup list version of Magus, so we'll see. I know Bdog does. Bdog gets it first try. Sat does go for it. And both runners get setup list Magus first try.
That's incredible. Holy. They really are not going to let each other run away for too long.
Exactly. Like in this race, the big things that are going to be separating both of these runners are not generally going to be movement tricks or deaths. Bdog gets a perfect Doppler. Sat ends up messing his up just slightly. The race that in this race, the things that are going to be really truly separating both of these runners are whether or not they're going to be able to execute on certain quick kills. So, for instance, if someone goes for Professor Stupid on the green Emmy, if someone gets a perfect one cycle on Drog, good RNG on Kraid, a one cycle on SQ, etc., etc. This is the things that are going to be impacting both of these runners. Bdog gets a plant. Sat's going for the true plant. Oh my god! Sat goes for the true plant and gets it!
No. Sat's insane for that.
Sat, you monster.
And that pretty much tied them up, just that.
Exactly.
Sat going for the plant.
Sat goes and gets the true plant. Holy.
That was insane.
That is not something that I was expecting to see, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, Bdog is still very slightly ahead, but yeah, like half second, quarter of a second currently separating them. Neither of these runners is going to let the other one breathe. If they get an advantage, they are going to run away with it.
I wonder how, given that Sat just went for the plant there, I wonder how many risky strats he's willing to take.
Exactly, I'm thinking the exact same thing. Him and Bdog.
Yeah, I do think Bdog, as risky as he can be, I do think he values consistency a little bit more. I could be wrong on that, but
that is true. So, for instance, I know that Bdog has said that he will not be going for health pseudo unless he's in like his own like runs. He's going for world record potentially.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see if Sat goes for it because, like, as we know, health pseudo is about an 8-second save, but at the same time, if you don't get it, it's that 8-second loss on top of however many failed hell pseudo attempts. So,
wow, what Bdog with what, like half a second lead, basically?
yeah, literally like a half a second lead. This is shaping up to be a very fun race. A sub 10 Cataris is extraordinarily hard to do in this category, and both of them got it. So.
Wow, I'm still stuck on that quick kill. I'm not gonna lie. On that plant.
It was a good one. I'm really shocked that he went for it. I'm even more impressed that he got it.
Yeah. All right, nice movement through Catter so far. Nice weeds.
Yes, Sat ends up taking a very small lead.
I think we're just gonna be saying that throughout, back and forth, back and forth.
Yeah, pretty much. Bdog through his mash took the lead again.
I think something else that's gonna play into this run. I know we're talking about quick kills on boss fights, but I think RNG on boss fights is also gonna play a factor.
Absolutely.
Something like Z57 if they get double swipes, which we'll bring up later, but could
double swipes, swipes on Kraid, all of that, yeah.
Let's see if they hit the super boost. Nice,
both runners hit it. That very slightly ahead. Both opened the good luck door. Okay, both make it through the hell run with one tank, yeah.
Nice.
Okay, first moment of RNG. Okay, I was about to say, where's the Emmy on Bdog's end?
He got the best spawn.
So obviously, Emmy spawns are going to be another big factor of who is going to be taking the lead at various parts of the run. So.
Yeah, I think the green Emmy is probably the scariest, in my personal opinion.
Fair enough. Moment of truth right here. Is Sat going for Hell Pseudo? Sat is. They're both going. Oh no, he's not. No, Sat's going for Hell Pseudo though. Oh, and he fails it. It fails it. So that's the 8 seconds. About a second. So that Sat's losing about 10 seconds right here. Maybe like 8 or 9. With the swag strat to hit the button. Maybe like just 9-ish. But Bdog does have a slight lead now. Adam Skip is also going to be in
that case, in this setting.
I think Bdog did the right. I think Bdog made the right call. Again, like he knows Bdog really wants to beat Sat, but at the same time, it's too big of a gambit in a race setting. I think there's just too many factors that can go wrong. If you get it first try, awesome. But I think Bdog is pretty confident that even if he doesn't get it, he can make the time up. So
yeah, Bdog on third try, Sat on second. I think that's it for Sat.
Sat gets it.
Bdog on fifth try, I believe. That should be it. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. So Sat definitely made up his Hell Pseudo attempts with what was that, second try, Adam Skip?
I think it was second try, yeah. Second versus fifth.
I mean, that's not too detrimental. It's a bit annoying to try to catch up with, but it's something that can, as we said before, like something like RNG can make up if.
Oh yeah, definitely.
To that.
and especially between these two runners, excuse me, especially with these two runners, it's not going to be a fifth try versus a second try atom skip. It might seem like, oh no, but again, these two runners are on the same planes as like Arcandy, Noya, so like these guys are, despite the fifth try skip from Bdog, this is he's still fine. They're gonna the runners are probably going to be separated by a little bit for a while because of it, but not a big deal.
Yeah.
However, it'll be interesting to see now if both runners have the restream up. I'm not sure. It'll be interesting to see though if both runners, Sat I mean, starts taking some riskier moves, knowing that he might have a small lead. You know.
I feel like I would be the opposite. I feel like if I had knew I had a small lead, I would be like, okay, let's go more consistent now.
True.
But I mean, I'm not Sat, so I don't know how his brain works.
Both runners just picked up this second energy tank. I believe that both of them will be two tanking. I will be very shocked if either of them pick up the third energy tank after the yellow Emmy. And of course, when you're two tanking, it is very ooh, nice ply manipulation from Bdog. When you're two tanking, it is something you have to take into account. How much damage can I tank? Can I set up this? Can I set up a mash? Can I set up a weave, etc.? So.
I don't think I've ever completed a 2-tank run yet. I'm a little too bit of a scaredy cat for that.
I've done it once, but it changes up a lot of things. Like, you wouldn't think it changes up a lot, but it changes up some stuff where you like, oh, I know I can tank this. Oh, turns out I can't. You know, so you need to be a lot more conscious of your health when you're doing it.
Alright, so Sat just entered. Well, they both just entered Dyron, and Dyron is more, at least first way through it, is a bit of a movement check to see how well your ledge hops are, how well you can, for example, get this charge shot missile out, and Sat does on all three. Nice. Let's see how Bdog does. 1, 2, 3. They're a lot quicker than you'd think to get those charge shot missiles out.
Set's ledge mounts are looking really clean right now. Like Sat's movement and his ledge grabs normally look really good, but like right now it's looking really good. You can tell that despite not necessarily streaming a whole lot prior to the start of this race, Sat's been grinding. And again, his early game has always been very, very consistent. So,
yeah, I mean, considering that Bdog is only, I didn't see what 6 to 8 seconds behind in early game alone is really impressive, because I know that he's more confident in end game anyway.
Yeah, I would argue that other than Noya, Bdog's mid to end game movement is probably among the best that we have runner wise. Wow, both get the D boost off of the bat. Nice. I've sadly stopped going for that because the bat hasn't been cooperating with me, so it just be like that.
Yeah, the positioning can be a little bit finicky for it.
Yeah, for sure.
Sat heading out of Dyron already, and Bdog right behind him.
822 on confirm. Yeah. 29.
29.
So 7 seconds currently separating both runners. Again, less than 10 seconds heading back to Caterus is, I would say, pretty good for Bdog.
Yeah.
And to be honest, most of it's Atom Skip. If not, actually not
all
most.
Of it's
Atom Skip.
All of it's
yeah, what am I talking about? All of it is Atom Skip. So the fact that you're less than 10 seconds down, head into Morph Ball, again, I would assume that both of them might be going for Professor Stupid, but we'll just have to see.
I You think Bdog go for Professor Stupid? I haven't seen him practice it.
I think that he will. I think that he will go for Professor Stupid. That I can't say for sure, but 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, Sat gets the charge shot off. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Bdog with a slight hiccup, but also gets the charge shots off. 7 charge missiles to break the shell.
Yeah, and he's weaving into the brain.
Yep, here we go. Sat's going for PS.
Stupid. Should be it.
Bdog is not. Again, Bdog going for consistency.
Yep. You had it the opposite way.
I had it the opposite way. Sat, however, I was correct with not necessarily correct, but my assumption was correct with the Sat might go for slightly riskier strats to maintain his lead, just in case. So Professor Stupid is one of these tricks that will lose a very small amount of time on this split, but save time on this one. So that's on his way to Artaria now. Yeah, I was like, wait, what area are they going to? I play this game, by the way.
Honestly, sometimes you can go through the motions. You know, it's just like, okay, I go here. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm going there. So...
That grabbing this E-tank, or missile tank, I mean, this missile plus helps a lot with the upcoming boss fights. Kraid, yes, I feel more with Drog. Bdog skipping it. So Bdog is going to save maybe 2 or 3 seconds back right there. However, here's the thing. Bdog, I'm like, in my opinion, probably has the best mash weave of this game. So, like, he doesn't technically need it. So it'll be interesting to see if he thinks that he needs it, if he's grabbing it because he's skipping it, I mean, because he thinks that he needs to make up time, or if because he genuinely doesn't need it.
I think either way, it works out because of his mash weave, like you said.
Yeah.
Or his weave.
Ooh, Sat gets the morph. Bdog gets the morph too. Nice. Wow. I've gotten that a few times, but I can't get it consistent, so...
Yeah, the angle is a bit finicky. Like
yeah, it's a lot more finicky with the what's it called? The morph as opposed to just the normal standard shot. Ooh, Bdog getting kind of caught in the Varia gauntlet.
Alright, Sat with Varia at 22:43 on Fanfare.
Bdog's charge shot didn't open the door. He's gonna lose some time while this door opens.
43. They're about like 9 seconds apart. I think Kraid RNG is gonna play a big part right now. I'm not worried about first phase.
Slow open door. I thought that was a slow open door. My mistake. Yeah, it'll depend on phases for sure.
Yeah, I think phase 1 will be fine regardless of RNG. I mean, the spit attack will be a bit annoying to deal with, but if it does happen. But I think second phase is, especially because Bdog only has how many missiles? 36?
I think so right
now. You know, he doesn't want 2 attacks where Kraid is throwing his face at him, so he can't run out of missiles.
Yeah, here's the thing though. Like you said, it'll definitely come down to the RNG in phase 2 of Kraid, but it's kind of going to come down to as well hitting their charge missiles, because for some reason, this in particular on Phase 1 trade can be kind of weird when you are not when you're aiming at this angle. And Bdog does only have 34 missiles, so it'll be interesting to see what he decides to go for. If he goes for, like, again, something more riskier, or if he goes for consistency.
I think he will go charge shot missiles. I've seen the way that he does it and the way that he angles it, and it seems like it works for him pretty well. I'm pretty sure Sal will go for charge missiles in Phase 1, like, no doubt.
Yeah, I have no doubt that they'll both go for it, but I just hope none of them miss it is more of what I was meaning.
Yeah, no, I get you.
Because it's a little hard, this angle's a little weird. And right there too, Sat, his Kraid's mouth was closed, so. Sat gets the IWJs up.
Unfortunate RNG for Bdog, but gets through Phase 1.
Ooh, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so both of them do get up in 4. Sat got a very good fight. Oh my goodness. Kraid was very nice to him.
He's gonna get a little bit of a refill, so Bdog should be okay. Nice. That was really fast away.
Yeah, that I haven't seen a Kraid fight like the one that Sat had in a little bit. Like that that was a very good Kraid fight.
Both of them have around a 215 grapple split, and I don't know how they do it. I don't know where they're saving, because I have like a 218 like best time, and I don't know where to get those 3 seconds.
It's probably right there leaving Catarus.
That's what I would assume. But
they're doing a very it's not hard, but they're doing a those charge shots to break open the wall right there. Yeah, the way that they fire it is a lot faster than for instance the way that I do it. Because I think my gold there is like not that great.
Sat going for this dev intended skip to get early grapple. Something that is not too difficult, but something that can be easily messed up, especially the second one. But he gets through it pretty nicely.
My grapple gold is a 221. That is awful. Oh my god.
Oh wow.
Well, then again, these splits are old, and I don't save my golds unless I have a decent run. So.
You're just saving anyway.
Separate conversation.
Yeah. Alright, both of them get through the dev intended skip pretty easily, so grapple is a pretty consistent split throughout. Like if you're not playing towards at least 1 second from your goal, then it's a little bit something really
something went wrong somewhere, or you fell into the lava or something.
Yeah, so the time won't change from here, is what I'm trying to say.
So to answer Easy Run's question in the chat, the next big stepping stone that the runners are going to be heading to is backdoor flash. But right now they have pretty simple movements with grapple beam heading to bombs. They will have some RNG with the yellow Emmy with heading to the bomb segment. Sat having a little bit of an issue getting back up, so probably going to lose like 2 or 3 seconds on that, but still has a decent lead. So, but you'll see a lot of this too. Both of these runners taking a lot riskier strats, just climbing up the wall. Like normally you'd see most of us, myself, and I believe you included, Root. Will just like hold on to the magnet and aim. Both of them are barely tapping the magnet before they go for the grapple mid-air. So again, riskier strats like that. Sat had a little bit more hiccups getting up than Bdog, but that's just the game that we're currently playing between the two of them. Sat going to be heading up to the yellow Emmy now. We'll see the RNG that it gives him. Good spawn. Good spawn means that the optimal movement is pretty free. Bdog headed up to the optimal, or to the yellow Emmy now as well. Also gets a good spawn, yeah.
Nice.
RNG favors our runners today. Darkroom pseudo? No.
I think anyone goes for Darkroom pseudo.
Ed does. Shoutouts to Ed
Okay,
and William.
fair. I was gonna say Ed values cool strats though.
That's true. That's true and real.
Yeah.
I'd be amiss to not mention it. I don't even know if it's a time save, in all honesty. I feel like obviously it is if you get it first try, but
I feel like it's pointless if you miss.
yeah. The runners, for the first time actually, very briefly high-five in as Bdog collects bombs and Sat heads out. But both of them will be heading to Berenia 1 now. Berenia 1, all of the Berenia sections in this game, to be honest, but Berenia 1 in particular is a very, like you said earlier, Root, it's a movement check. So if your movement is suffering in Berenia 1, and again, basically in all instances of Berenia, you'll be losing time. So it'll be interesting to see if either runner gets... I honestly don't expect any big mishaps to happen, but again, anything can happen in a tournament race. So Sat goes for the whole N1 and misses, not a big deal. If Bdog gets it, he'll save like a couple of frames, maybe like a half second, but...
Hole in one is overrated. I'm just saying. Bdog got it though, so congrats.
Skill issue on Sat's part. Just kidding.
Yeah.
But yeah, both runners heading to Berenia 1. So they'll be heading to Backdoor Flash, and both of them are usually pretty consistent with Backdoor Flash. However, this is not going to be another potential moment in this race. If one runner gets it, another runner has some hiccups on it. We'll see either Sat's lead grow, his lead shrink, or the same lead stay the same. You know, so we'll see how this goes.
It's also a very hard trick to do under pressure, because like it's very timing based, and if you are stuttering for even a millisecond, things are a bit off.
And I do want to touch on that as well, like you said, and also to Sat's credit, he's always said that Backdoor Flash is a very movement based trick, and if you guys didn't know this about Sat's a pretty good Osu player, so he's no stranger to intense rhythm-based tricks and rhythm-based games. So normally doesn't have big issues with Backdoor Flash. So hopefully he won't right now. Neither runner takes a dip into what Sat and I used to call the mini moat.
Sat's having a very minor movement issues, like it's barely noticeable, but there are things that Bdog is able to catch up on. Also, Sat hit first try Backdoor Flash. Very exciting.
First try BDF, yeah. Bdog's attempts.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Ooh, there we go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh.
So Bdog ends up getting a third try Backdoor Flash. Yeah, very upset about that.
Upset about it, understandably so. That is a pretty decent time loss, given the caliber of these runners.
Exactly. The caliber of the runners and the what it's going to be meaning for the implications of the race going forward. Because at this point, we're a half an hour in. We're at the... not at the halfway point, but we're about the quarter way point of this run at this point.
Yeah, I think what's gonna have to happen is I can see Bdog is tilting a little bit, and if he can't kind of get out of his own head, I think Sat will be able to run away a little bit faster.
Here's the thing, though, Bdog's late game though is he still has his late game on his side. I would still late game advantage give to Bdog versus Sat. So we'll have to see how this goes because again, Sat hasn't necessarily been streaming much lately. I know he has been practicing for this race. I know that this matchup is very important to him for both of them. But I know that this is one of those things that Sat's aware of is his late game movement. So we'll see. I'm sure that Sat himself has been practicing the movement. Man, I should probably start going underneath.
You go up top?
I still go up top. I think Ark and I are probably the only ones that still go up top.
Interesting.
It's like very minor issue, very minor difference, but bottom is slightly faster.
Mm-hmm. Let's see how Sat deals with this yellow enemy. Probably the easiest kill in the game besides green. Very scary casually, but if you do it in a speed run, I mean, that's it.
Yeah. Bdog having a rough central unit kill too, just because of the Rinkas. So
I do think this is the most annoying central unit fight in the entire game.
by far.
Yeah.
By far. Now that the runners both have flash and speed, we'll see. Obviously, this kind of unlocks a lot of movements. So we'll be seeing them how they go if their crits fail or if they like accidentally go for a spark and it lands on the ground, etc. So again, I don't believe Sat will be going for the C tank. Nope.
Oh. So it's actually what's interesting that I forgot to bring. I didn't bring up yet, but this next boss can be pretty, as I said before, finicky, like most things in this game. It's a pretty quick boss fight, but it's very easy to mess up.
Not only that, but it's also like even if you know exactly what to do, if you get a bad RNG pattern, you're pretty done. So
yeah, it's pretty rough.
That did go for the swag shift though. The swag shift does lose time, but at the point that not too much, but this shift that the chain that Sat did does lose slightly amount of time. So just something to keep note of.
Let's see if they can get, what is it called? Quiet Keep, I believe?
I think it is Quiet Keep, yeah. Ooh, Sat's I don't think Sat's gonna get it.
What?
Wow, okay.
Oh my god.
I would not have got it.
I'm shocked. Alright, good RNG on the first one. Should bump into it, flash. Ooh.
But exactly, here's the RNG playing a part. So it does lose a couple of seconds to RNG there. So Bdog, in order to take advantage of that, will need a perfect kill. But that's the thing. This this fight is like, when does it ever give you perfect RNG?
Yeah. Alright, Bdog with the first spark. Should hit him. Nice. It should be perfect. Perfect fight for Bdog, and he got quiet.
Okay. I stand corrected.
Yeah.
Also, good to know that I've been making that kill harder on myself. I could have just been doing what Bdog did.
Did you make it harder?
Yeah. I've been, rather than jumping up and taking the damage boost there, I've been trying to just run into, like, very close in front of the robot and then charge a keep. Not difficult, not too difficult to do, I should say, but a lot more difficult than what Bdog just did. So.
I see. So I think Bdog did save definitely a couple seconds off of.
Yeah, Bdog just got some time back
from that. Yeah, from not only Quiet Keep but the perfect fight.
That heading to Barenia 2 now. Barenia 2 ordinarily in any percent and hundo is a nice chain from Sat, is a another difficult movement check because it is Stat fills both hole-in-ones. That feels so bad. Barenia 2 is going to be another big movement check on both normally. However, in this category, we have to fight Drog. And this is definitely the next big potential issue for the runners. Anything can happen in a race. Again, Root, I mentioned it that when we raced, geez, words, please come back to me. I mentioned it when we raced, Drog just didn't cooperate, and I didn't get the quick kill. So, don't know why. Sometimes Drog just decides to like hit you with a middle finger. Hopefully that doesn't happen to either one of our runners today. But it's just one of those things to keep in mind. We don't want Drog. We want Drog to play nice. We don't want him to just tell us no. So.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty simple thing to get, but it's also pretty easy to mess up. If you miss any of your little damage boost, it's not a damage boost, but what do you call that when you intentionally take damage?
The flash shift damage boost?
No, but like, you know how you take damage on Drog to keep his
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like those can be pretty easy to mess up, even though it doesn't look like it. Let's see how Sat deals with this.
Wow, both runners having perfect movement thus far in Barenia 2. This is nuts.
Nice.
Again, Barenia 2 is really hard.
Yes. Alright, Sat with a good RNG on the first attack. He's gonna take his little damage after 6 missiles. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now he's gonna take a
counter? Yeah, he is.
And that should be it. Nice. 1 cycle.
So yeah, so Sat does get the 1 cycle. Bdog does get. I think both of them actually got this RNG pattern with the tentacles. Perfect Barenia tower for Sat.
Yes, but I do believe Bdog got better missiles on the tentacles. Like he did it a little bit faster. And that should be it for.
So both runners get 1 cycle. Yeah. So is this just faster now? Is this confirmed faster to take the counter animation? Is it when the Drog kill? The 1 cycle first came out, it wasn't.
You kind of want the counter. Actually don't know. I was gonna say you want the counter because you want the refill for the next boss fight, but
yeah, but I no, because I still take the counter. But what I just jump out of the animation. Yeah, I jump out of the animation. So do we want the animation now, or like? I don't know. Either way, both runners get the kill. Sat heading to the Gav robot right now.
Yes.
Bdog not far behind.
I believe he's about 26 seconds behind.
About that, yeah. Because and at this point, it's backdoor flash. I would honestly say that at this point, Bdog has made up the time from Atom Skip. Right now, it's backdoor flash that is the difference maker.
Pretty much.
Again, Bdog starting to go for a little bit riskier strats. What he attempted to go for is faster than charging up the
took the counter there.
He might have been low on missiles. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Because right now, Sat does have that missile plus pack. Bdog is not rocking it. A little bit of some hiccups on Sat's part head into supers, but yeah, Bdog going for a little riskier strats because he knows he's after a backdoor flash, he's probably just assuming he's behind, unless he has the race stream up and then knows that he's behind, but
the bravery to run with the race stream up could never.
Oh my god.
He's gonna go for the boost? He is.
Gets the hackathon, nice.
Why's it called hackathon?
I don't know.
It's called a hackathon?
Ed called it hackathon boost once, and so that's what I just call it.
I don't know.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's exactly Bdog. I don't know what happened there, buddy. I genuinely don't know. Again, the instances of the game saying no. Important to keep in mind as well. We've mentioned it already, but important to keep in mind as well. Why did that not work? What? Okay, the game is straight up saying no to Bdog right now. Wow. Anyway, something to keep in mind, we've already mentioned it as well, though. This is winners finals between Bdog and Sat right now. The loser of this race still has a chance in loser's bracket. They would be seated basically at the very end of losers. And await the winners of like Justin and Ed's matches over there. Those races have not been determined yet. We're still waiting on a couple of other races, but I think the loser of this race would be racing the potential winner of those guys. So just gonna have to see.
Yeah, so I had a couple of hiccups on the way to Plasma Beam. Something that might not seem like too much, but if Bdog can just go through it, you know, perfectly as any runner would want, then he should be able to save like seconds, like a couple seconds maybe. Nothing too crazy, but everything matters in this race. Alright, let's see how Sat's weave is, because Sat doesn't use turbo anymore, I believe.
No, he does not.
So looking pretty nice.
I need to. Oh my God! What happened? How did Bdog lose this keep? I don't necessarily know what's happening with Bdog at the moment, and this isn't even like a bro, what's happening? Play better. This is a genuine like, what is going on? Like, is his game glitching or something? Like, what is happening? That is like, that speed keep for him is one of those automatic things. So it's like losing that keep is like, what just happened? So
I think it might be a after backdoor flash. I think some mental might be deteriorating a little bit. And
possibly
that kind of the way you press your buttons.
And that's a great point to bring up, because again, we know how badly Bdog wants to beat Sat. Because of, well, one, the amount of grinding that he's been doing, but two, just because of the rivalry between the two of them. These are, at any given points, depending on, like, active runners, etc., at any given point, these are our top two runners, you know? So, so it's, you definitely want to put on a good show, you definitely want to beat someone you consider a big rival, you know? And I think that you might be right with the backdoor flash, and especially after that Elune, Bdog's faculties might be giving out on him a little bit. So hopefully this at this point after the Ice Emmy, we are definitely entering the end game. So hopefully after this point, things start picking up for him, because again, I would still give Bdog's endgame the edge over Sat's, but it might get to the point where it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, I'd say the next like milestone or big step that I think will determine the race, if I'm being honest, because obviously right now I still think Bdog has a chance to take it based on endgame alone, but I think the spin boost split in particular. Because I know Bdog sets it up differently. He sets up the flash shift.
Oh, does he? Does the short boost? Okay.
Yeah, so if that goes wrong, to reset it up, it takes a little bit of time, because sometimes you have to wait for the door to close to reset up the jump. So I think spin boost will be the biggest determining factor here.
And to touch on that as well, just going for the standard ledge warp, the jump in ledge warp, if you get that first try, I do believe that is faster than going for this cancel flash shift. Yeah, so if either one of them miss it, I don't know if Sat's gonna go for it, but maybe Bdog does. But again, I don't know. So dependent on that, this could also be a big thing, because sometimes this ledge warp is just really tricky.
Yeah. Yeah, Sat goes for regular morph setup.
As I say that, Sat gets it first try. Tricky trick, so by the way.
Yeah. Yeah, and as Ed said in chat, Golzuna. Yeah, Golzuna definitely plays a factor because Golzuna, like everything in this game, I will say, can be finicky.
The game is finicky.
Yeah.
Mercury Steam, fix your game. Patch 3.0 when? I'm just kidding.
Flash
Please don't.
First
there
try
it is.
Flash
First try.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, good. Because resetting that is a pain. I promise.
It is a pain. Yeah.
All right. So I'm not counting Bdog out. Like I said, I thought that would be, if you had to reset that, that would have been.
Yeah, that would have been really bad.
That being said, now that I'm looking at it, I think that Bdog has a way better mash than Sat. So I do think that. I do think that Bdog can make up seconds just on that alone, because his fight in Elin was. I blinked.
I mean, yeah, he earlier in the run he made back time and took the lead off of Tet Smashing. So like he's he has a better weave. He has a better mash in general. He took he has only running 34 missiles right now.
Yeah.
Or 36, I'm sorry, because he knows that he's comfortable with his weave.
So I didn't get to see if
Sat did get Noya keep. Bdog gets it too.
Nice.
However, Sat did miss the original store right here. So if Bdog hits the store right here and bounces off the wall, he'll save a couple of seconds, maybe like a 1 or 2, and he does.
Nice.
So maybe like 1, but you know, every second at this point is starting to matter. We're entering the end game.
Yeah. They're gonna go get the best suit in the game. IMO.
Best gravity in the series. Let's be real.
Interesting way to set that up. That Sat does. Never seen someone do the.
Yeah, I've been seeing him do that a lot. Right there. Sat didn't go for the grapple right there, literally saving frames, but potentially ends the run. So
yeah.
Noya is a beast.
Yeah, honestly, I wish he was able.
Sat gets God blobs too.
Wow. Talk about lucky. Holy.
Okay, Bdog doesn't go for the grapple. I mean, again, Noya is a beast. Literally saving frames, potentially ending your run, so. SR Gravity would like a word. Okay, Ed, I will give you that. SR's Gravity is really good. I do think Dreads has a slight edge, though.
Alright, so Sat heading towards Artaria. We love Artaria in this run. We love Artaria. We see it, what, like 3 times?
Here's the thing, though, too. Speaking of Frozen Artaria really quickly. So it is confirmed that it is slower to do all of the speed keeps in Artaria, in Frozen Artaria, than just flash shifting through it. Because of that, I know, and Bdog has even said it himself, that he doesn't go for the speed booster movement anymore. I believe Sat still does. And it's about 3 to 4 seconds faster to just normally flash shift through Frozen Artaria. However, it is extraordinarily more difficult. So it's going to be something too, with especially because the start of this Frozen Artaria, Sat's already made some small hiccups. So we'll see if Bdog is able to start gaining back time. Because again, late game is his comfort zone. So hopefully he's able to start chaining things together and start bringing this a little closer.
Quick fight from Sat. Didn't look like Bdog made any hiccups on the way to this fight, though.
Yeah, I didn't see any.
Thank God I didn't jinx that. Yeah, like you said, Sat going for the speed keep. Does this speed keep count, or is it just the edge?
No, it's the ones post right here.
Okay.
So that one is still faster, but it's this one that Sat, I believe, Sat's going for. Oh no, he's not. No, he is not. Okay.
Oh, interesting. He is going for flash. I like how we're just, sometimes I just start watching and I forget that I have to talk.
No, it's fine. Because again, this is faster, but it's extraordinarily difficult to do. Like, it makes Frozen Artaria, which is already a kind of difficult section, that much harder to do.
Mm-hmm.
But Stat gets through. I can honestly say that I wasn't expecting that. I knew Bdog's been practicing his Frozen Artaria movement. I know that he doesn't do the flash shifts anymore. I wasn't expecting to see it from Sat. And that's not any like diss on Sat. It's just he's so used to. I'm so used to seeing him do the sparks through here. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, Sat's having a really
Oh
really
my
good run
God.
for himself. Oh my god, yeah, the game is just saying no. You can see Bdog just screaming how.
Yeah, I can imagine. Bdog is very upset.
Yeah.
Meta
Oh
says that
my
they are 30 seconds behind on
god.
elevator.
Ross is saying
So,
Sat is 10 off world record right now.
yeah,
So
I
yeah,
believe it's set by
Sat's
Bdog.
having a little bit of a run right now. Yeah.
Mind you, if that's the case and Bdog is only 30 seconds behind, he still has like a low 115. Low to mid at this
Yeah.
moment. Let's see how RNG goes for Sat on CP7. Good RNG.
Very nice charge missiles from Sat.
Misses one, but that's fine. Alright, the race is, that's not the race. The ZBD7 is pretty much done for Sat at this point. Let's see how Bdog's. Oh, swipes.
Starting off.
Bad
Hopefully
RNG?
it's just hopefully it's just one swipe. Okay, it's just one
Yeah.
swipe. Okay, good 57 fight so far. Ooh, a little bit of a safety strat there from Sat. I like it though.
Yeah.
Ooh, not sure what that was from Sat.
Bdog and Z57. I wonder if Bdog will go for the full keep. Yep, goes for the full keep. I mean, I think at this point, Bdog has to take anything he can get.
Yeah, Bdog has to
Whether-
start going for like anything and everything, you know. He's not necessarily out of it yet. Sat is heading to Screw right now, and then back to Berenia for the twin robot fight there. The Berenia twins can potentially give you just awful RNG from time to time. And then not only that, immediately following the Berenia twins is Golzuna. So this race, even though Sat has a really good lead and is on a really hot pace right now, this race is not over yet.
Yeah.
But I mean, I definitely feel that for Bdog. Like that, I'm not gonna lie. That was me after my Golzuna fights in my race with Chaff. That was basically what I was doing. So we will see. There's still plenty of stuff that can potentially go wrong. Still an Emmy in the works as well, waiting in the wings. So.
The wave Emmy, the scariest Emmy in the entire game. The riskiest Emmy in the entire game too.
So we'll see again. This is a tournament match. Anything can happen in a tournament match, and we are seeing that live. From Atom Skip to backdoor flash, like we're seeing it live.
Let's see how they handle. Let's see how
Really,
Sat
really
handles
clean from Sat.
this fight. like you said, it can be RNG can be pretty bad. You don't want to see blue, the blue attack. I don't know what to call it. Blue counter. Which
Again,
get
2 in a row as well.
Yeah.
So he'll make it out of here fine, but he will be losing like a second or two on this fight.
Yeah. Not grabbing those missiles. So definitely going, what, 36 missiles into
the end game is nuts, yeah. And to be honest, I feel like Bdog would still be doing that even if he wasn't facing the obstacles he's at right now.
Yeah.
Just an outstanding weave from Bdog, man. I just... I really just it's so wild seeing Bdog weave. It really is. I really enjoy watching his not weave, his mash. His weave too is just ridiculous, but Sat heading now up to Golzuna. This is going to be one of the last like real obstacles that could potentially impact something. He doesn't press down, anything like that, you know, so looking good so far. Here's the last one.
Ooh, that looks a little close.
Oh my god. Yep.
Looked a little close. I was like, oh, he gets the backup though, so.
That looked extraordinarily high. Oh my god, Sat. So
Bdog has some time to make up here. Nice. Alright. Spark number 3. Or
here's
that should be it.
There it is. So as long as he gets the spark off first try.
And hits the X parasite with no problems.
So Bdog just saved a ton of time on Sat. So again, now we just have some movements. SQ, we'll see if either runner goes for the 1 cycle SQ kill and then wave Emmy. And then after that, it's maybe potentially getting a little bit too greedy, tanking damage on Ravenbeak, you know? So this is close. Bdog just got a ton of time back.
Yeah, speaking of SQ, there's really no reason to not go for 1 cycle on SQ. If you know how to do it, of course.
Yeah, if you know how to do it, exactly. It's from my understanding, it's not hard. However, you know, one of those things that is, yeah, exactly. 101.03, I believe the time was, on Sat gaining control of Samus again. So Bdog is like just over a minute behind, which is kind of shocking. Actually, I did not think it was that much.
Yeah, neither did I.
However, again, he did just get a ton of time back on from the Golzuna fight. So
23 seconds. Oh.
23 seconds? Am I stupid? Okay, it looks like I'm stupid. It looks like I'm stupid and can't count.
Oh, you swapped the last 2 digits.
Turns out I am stupid and can't count. This is why I'm not doing anything with math in my professional career, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, good RNG for Sat on the wave at me. Nice.
Yeah.
I like the way Bdog goes through this.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Really good movement from Bdog with the flash shift here. That's really clean.
Definitely. Or bad RNG, but he handles it.
Yeah, he jumps over it, no issue. So again, here's going to be this SQ fight now. So this is going to be the thing that potentially... This fight can be tricky. I'm not necessarily expecting something bad to go, but Misses the 1 cycle, so is he gonna get the 2 cycle? Misses the 2
3
cycle!
cycle. That's more time for Bdog to make up if he can hit. At
Misses
the very
the 3
least.
cycle!
Wow.
A 4 cycle
Wow.
SQ fight! Oh my
Alright,
god!
let's see how
So
Bdog handles this fight.
If Bdog gets a 1 cycle, 4, 6.
No 1
okay,
cycle.
so Bdog doesn't get a 1 cycle, but does get a 2 cycle. Okay.
Easy 2 cycle. Alright.
Oh my goodness.
That's a decent chunk of time made up.
That, again, massive. So, again.
Ooh, and Sat misses a storm missile.
Again, Bdog's late game. This is his comfort zone.
I mean, the next couple of fights are pretty difficult. They can be, like everything in this game, very finicky. Coming up to this double robot fight, and then into Wave Emmy.
Okay, Bdog not seen by the Emmy, entering the twins. Sat has some pretty good RNG, gets through them.
But like we said before, Bdog's mash can make up that time on even just good RNG that Sat got, you know?
Exactly. Ooh, very good, very good.
Yeah.
Sat heading into the final wave, or final Emmy zone before the kill. Good movement. Gets the blobs, good. And gets up the shoot with no issue. Goes for an insta charge or insta spark on the CU shell. Nice.
Very brave.
All right, here we go. This is this potentially determines the winner of this race. Is this kill?
I assume neither of them go for full plant because that would be ridiculous.
I've seen crazier things. I'm not gonna lie. Sat's normally pretty good about this. About his aim in on this Emmy. So.
Looking good so far.
Missing a couple of shots.
Really? I didn't see.
He missed 2.
Should be. Jesus.
But it didn't matter. You can only miss 4. So.
Alright, let's see Bdog.
Gets it. So Bdog is now going for it.
Alright, he's fine. Looking fine so far. Oh, that's definitely it. Wow. Meta says they're 12 seconds behind.
This might come down to Raven Beach.
RNG? I mean, we said it in the beginning, right? It could just be RNG that makes up time for them, or determines the race.
Or fights, yeah. Both endgame boss fights for Golzuna and Sat, or Golzuna and SQ, I mean, for Sat, did not go well. So
even just mashing on the next 2 Chozo fights.
Sat does get this keep.
Nice.
But exactly, yeah, the mashing. But again, this is where I would give the advantage to Bdog. So
exactly.
Because Sat has a good mash, you know, and a really good weave. But I just honestly think Bdog is better. And that's not a diss. And I hope that that's not a diss to Sat. It's just Bdog's mash and weave is just insane. So like, this can still potentially go the other way, even though it's starting to look like Sat might have this. Even though it's very, very close right now, it's starting to look like Sat might have this.
I think we're also going to see how the 36 missiles are going to come into play for
true
Bdog as well. Specifically on Ravenbeak. Alright, Sat heading into the red Chozo fight. Mocking fight, I guess, my bad.
Yeah, you're good, you're good. Technically what it's called.
Nice, gets a two round on the shield.
Really good fight from Sat.
Oh, yeah.
Both get the 2 cycle. Bdog is weaving. He is weaving in this fight and gets through it much quicker than Sat did.
Yeah. It's incredible how much time weaving can save. It's incredible.
Delusional brings up a good point in the chat about Arc Spark in the end. I don't know if either of them have. I don't normally. Sat doesn't normally go for Arc Spark even with Space Jump. I can't imagine he'd go for it with just Spin Boost. But again, we've seen some pretty crazy things during this race. So
I can't imagine Bdog going for it in general. I mean, not in general, but like in this scenario.
In this setting, yeah. Going for it and failing it is a loss. So
yeah. Arc Spark made the difference for Arc Candy against Sat last tournament. That is
wait a minute.
true.
Wait a minute. Sat got powerbomb scammed. Sat's getting powerbomb scammed.
Ooh. That's.
And Bdog did not. No, he did. So well, right now he doesn't have any power bombs.
Okay.
So
it's fine as long as he doesn't forget to grab some right here, or doesn't get scammed here either.
So didn't get scammed as hard as Sat did, but
just a little bit, yeah.
Oh, Bdog didn't get the power bomb off. What is going on?
Wow. I mean, like you said, anything can happen in the race.
Oh my god.
I think RB and final speed keeps in the escape are the determining factor, because the last one to leave can be pretty, I'm gonna say it again, finicky.
Not a good first phase of this Gold Soldier fight for Bdog. Can't tank this damage. He'll have like no health.
Yeah.
Okay, 54 on, technically 53 on the A press for Sat. "17 seconds on A press behind." So again, crazier things have happened. This is coming down to Raven Beach and the escape. So
going for the full speed keep. Did Sat go for full speed keep? I don't know.
no, Sat went for
Oh, okay, I see.
Sat went for
nice.
flash shift, yeah.
Oh, Sat not doing so well on getting the setup for goal skip. I mean, he's gonna hit it, but like.
We'll see if he gets it. He should.
2-lock. He should be fine.
2-lock makes this free, yeah.
That felt close. Alright, Bdog getting unfortunate RNG, but he did get the setup for gold skip. Sat weaving second phase.
But again, this is where I would give the advantage to Bdog. His weave during this fight is insane.
Most definitely.
But again, like you've mentioned, that we're gonna have to keep in mind that Sat's running 10 more missiles than Bdog is.
Mm-hmm. Sat already into
in phase 3. Is he gonna get a counter? Oh my god, is he gonna get a counter?
Wow!
Oh my god,
good
Sat got a counter!
Sat. No missiles from Bdog? I can't see any.
No missiles from Bdog, yeah. That's no missiles that's probably it.
Surprised. Oh no, I was gonna say I'm surprised that.
Oh, Bdog gets a second phase counter too!
Wow, okay.
Oh, at this point though, I think this might be it. It's just the escape, and unless Sat makes like catastrophic errors in the escape.
I would say literally the last speed keep is gonna be the determining factor, if they both hit it or not.
Yeah, or if they even go for it. But I think Sat might have this though. Because Bdog still has to go through this loading screen. I think this race is gonna go to Sat.
I mean, it's really all because of backdoor flash, if we're being honest. That was the determining factor. About 30,
That was the
35
first
minutes
one,
in.
yeah. Backdoor
Yeah.
flash, and then Sat failing the two big endgame fights. Having some issues with Golzuna, but then a fourth try SQ, or fourth cycle SQ, I should say.
Mm-hmm. Like already a clean escape. Well, looking clean in terms of movement for Sat.
Gets the jump, the speed jump, or boost jump, morph ball, whatever. Yeah, this is looking really clean from Sat. No major mistakes. Is he going for Arc Spark though? No. Consistency.
Yeah.
Will Bdog go for it?
I don't think so.
It might be too much even without it. Yeah.
No, he's not going for it.
So, very, very good race from both of our runners. Sat ending it with some swag. But Sat's going to be the winner of this race with a 1:15.06.
1:15.06.
Bdog very, very close behind, ending with a 1:15.18.
Doesn't even want to finish.
Yeah.
I don't blame him. I don't blame him.
I don't blame him at all. Very good race. Unfortunately, it's not going the way of Bdog today. But again, this was a very good race. Very close race throughout it. And almost was able to make it back with, again, with his late game. Bdog's late game is just superb. So...
I mean,
we'll see.
GG's to both runners, but
yeah,
I can imagine
GGs.
it's frustrating.
Yeah, we'll see if both of the runners wanted to do an interview. I see that Sat is here.
Hello, I am here.
Hi, Sat.
Oh, I hurt, man. Oh,
I can
I'm
imagine.
sorry,
GG's though.
my hand is legit shaking. What's up?
No, you're good. You're good.
We're probably not seeing Bdog. I'm pretty sure he's extremely angry. I was watching the restream. I saw his mistakes.
I would not be. I would not be
surprised.
Yeah, I'm assuming that that's probably how it's going as well. Well, GG Sat.
Thank you. Thank you.
You had a really clean run up and basically until the end, with some hiccups here and there. I guess yeah, just GG. And how do you feel about that run?
So I'm not sure what was happening, but I think at Z57 I was very close to Noya. I don't know the new world record splits, but I'm talking about the 50 tie that Noya and I had at one point. I still have those splits, right? So I know that I was really close at Z. Obviously my late game is terrible. What is it? I like to always say that when we compare me and Bdog, it's me for early, coin flip for mid, and then him for late. So I think that showed this race.
Yeah, because like I was even mentioning it during the early game how Bdog has been doing an insane amount of grinding, and a lot of it has been of the early game to not necessarily, and I didn't want to use the phrase to keep up with you, but to make sure that he isn't like losing time, you know what I mean? Because I brought up the comparison that I made with you and Zost during the Any Percent tournament, how Zost's early game for SM is just early and mid game really is just absolutely nuts.
Yeah.
So I brought that up again because again, you just have a very, very consistent early game. So and it showed. You had a second try Atom Skip, a first try backdoor flash, compared to Bdog's fourth try Atom Skip,
He had a meltdown. It's not worth
and
talking
the,
about.
but
It's
then
so
yeah,
rare that that happens.
exactly. Then I wasn't gonna mention it further, but I did just want to comment on it right there.
Mm.
So again, both of you guys had a great performance. Bdog again started bringing it back very, very close in the late game because of obviously that late game is his comfort zone as well
He's the
as
best in the world at late, in my opinion.
yeah. I mean, to be honest with you, I would agree with it. Bdog
Yeah.
is late game is insane.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's I don't want to hog the mic all the way for Root if you want to say anything. But yeah, GG Sat.
Thank you.
No, I mean, I don't have much to add. It was honestly an amazing race to watch. Throughout, like, there was points where I was kind of just spectating because I was just watching. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, we didn't get to
Yeah.
have this matchup last year
Mhm.
because our candy decided to gatekeep us from having our match.
Yeah, I
So
mentioned
this
that as
year,
well.
I gatekeeped our candy from having his match plus up. So I mean, all right. Like, I'm not confident in this win. I think anyone who knows the relative level between the two of us today, they know very well that if this was like in fighting games, right? Like if you really want to know who's better, you'll go for like a 10-20 game series.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
If we went to 10, I don't know who would win.
yeah,
So,
that would be very, very close.
yeah, so what interests me is if Bdog continues to play in this tournament, which I'm willing to bet that he's very angry and will show no remorse in the losers bracket going forward. Grand finals is going to be spicy because
Yeah.
even a best out of three, I don't know who would win. And he and I spoke about it. If we do make it to grand finals, because it's a real possibility. If he and I make it to grand finals, me on winners, him on losers, or vice versa. If any one of us resets the bracket, winning out of losers, we're just gonna finish the set in the same day. So
Understandable. Yeah.
like it's going to be a stamina game and it's going to be just consistency. Like your first run of a set, your first match of a set, you might win on momentum or you might win on like who's feeling better, but then you get into game 2, game 3 and then suddenly it's like who's actually better.
Exactly. And because
So,
like the way that you're comparing it to like, excuse me, the way that you're comparing it to like FGC or even like Sat, if I may be a little like cringe, but you and I come from League, you know, so like
oh no.
so like
I may be cringe.
we see a lot in like these like professional league games like best of fives, you know, like a team has like a dominant win in game 1 but then the other team comes back and wins in 3, or the first team wins the first 2 but then the other team reverse sweeps in 3. So that's why like these series are like really, really important, and I 100% agree with you with that kind of like sentiment, like you don't necessarily know.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I mean, again, like the league thing, like only you're gonna get this, and other league players in chat. There was a 2019 Worlds. G2 was just destroying their way through the bracket, and then they meet against FPX in the finals and get 3-0'd.
Let's not bring up the G2 troll.
But it's real though. Like stamina
It's real.
in a
It's
tournament setting,
real.
it's so real.
Yeah.
Playing for anyone who's in chat and like isn't totally in sync with like how tournament game works, it's so different. Like you can sit down and grind 12 hours in a day and play a lot better and be like, yeah, I'm ready for tomorrow, and then tomorrow you're just like terrible.
Yeah. I mean, it's
It's
happened
so
to me.
different.
It's happened to me. So,
Yeah. Um.
but
Yeah. I mean, other
you,
than that, it was fine. This match was fine. I'm very afraid of grand finals.
yeah, and again, I'd I'd hate to not mention it, even if this race, you know, was kind of meh for you, you know, because of the end game or maybe some parts
Yeah,
of
the
the
end
mid game,
game.
etc.
Hmm.
But this is back-to-back grand finals for you. So in tournaments, in the first 2 tournaments of the game, back-to-back grand finals. So big GG to you. And of course,
Thank
Bdog,
you.
I mentioned it as well. Bdog is not out of this tournament by any means. Bdog
Mhm.
is weighed in as the final boss of the lower gauntlet, or the lower
Mhm.
brackets. I mean, potentially weighed in for Ed, Exception, Arcandy, Justin, and I mean,
Candy, Justin.
Jay and Grub still need to play. Delusional and Manny still need to play. But like, but yeah, still losers bracket is starting to wrap up. And again, B-Dog now waiting as the final boss of it. So,
Mhm.
do you have any thoughts on the lower bracket?
I'm gonna put out my my match predictions right now, and
Okay.
if I win, I get $10 million from Speedgaming. Correct. So
All right. I'll vouch
all
for
right.
that.
Let's see. So we got Jay and Grub. Um, this is all going off like feel. I don't really like it's gonna be close either way in pretty much all these matchups, right? Jay and Grub, I'd give 6-4 lead to Jay. Delusional and Manager, unfortunately, I would give 8-2 lead to Deep Delusional. I think Manny knows that too, but I know he's gonna be working. Ed and Jay, I don't know. I'm gonna say that
Fair.
right now.
Fair.
Exception and Delusional, I don't know. But when it comes to Arcandy and Justin, I have confidence that they'll beat their opponents.
They'll both win.
And then obviously Arcandy and Justin, we're gonna move on. And then Bdog and Arc. I'm sorry, I'm joking, Justin. I'm joking if you're listening on this. And then Bdog and Arc, who knows? It's a coin flip. Depends on who's better that day. However, I will say that given recent consistency and how Arcandy has been taking a mission break towards unrestricted to break the game open. By the way,
Break the
um,
game wide open.
yeah, him, Shanaz, Dioptus, and DLC are redefining this game. Sneak peek, we might be faster than Super Metroid in a few months. Um, and then yeah, I mean, listen, like I can do my job, do some practice, do anything else in grand final, waiting for grand finals. But when that comes around, I'm going to be terrified.
Yeah.
And Momomo as well, for sure. Yokura-san, Bane, Noyazaki does some stuff as well. Shout outs to the JP Discord.
Yeah. I was
Specifically,
gonna say
shout outs
that.
to within this context, shout outs to Noya. He is currently, in my opinion, if I were to make a power ranking, Noya is he's the number one in all things NMG. Like usually it's not a matter of who has the best time. It's about watching their runs and just seeing who's actually better.
Mhm.
So like right now I'm giving Noya number one, Bdog number two. There's a gap between me and the rest. I only won this match because of tournament. Right, like I said, best of one. It's not really
Yeah.
consistent. I'd probably number three.
Best of
So
ones, NA League, Tech W.
yeah, but shout outs to JP Discord. Shout outs to Bdog. I know he's not very happy.
Yeah,
I'm not
B-Dog.
gonna bother him for the rest of the day.
Yeah, B-Dog had a phenomenal showing, despite the hiccups. He had a phenomenal showing. I mean,
Yes,
a
sir.
1:15:20, presumably 1:15:21 kind of a time is like, this is like the goal time for most of us, you know. So the fact
Right.
that B-Dog
Mhm.
cranks it out in a race, unfortunately ends up on the losing end of it, but cranks it out in a race is like nothing short
Mhm.
of spectacular, you know. Especially because like you want to keep in mind too, this is all bosses. Like this is faster than most people's any percent times. So there's
Yeah.
something to be proud of, despite the not the outcome that
Yeah.
I'm sure that he wanted. So
All right. If you guys don't mind, I'm a tournament admin, so I'd like to announce the upcoming matches, if that's possible.
yeah, by
Yeah.
all means, take the wheel.
Great. So tomorrow we have Delusional Prince and Manny at 2 p.m. Followed by at 9. This is all Eastern time, by the way. So it's in 23 hours and 30 minutes, right? Followed by Jaina versus Grubdog at 9 p.m., which is 7 hours after that. So that's going to move us into a position where losers round three is finished. Then round four gets scheduled, round five gets scheduled, and then B-Dog decides to enact the reckoning in round six.
Sorry.
And then, yeah, round seven. So this tournament will likely be over in a matter of 2 or so weeks, depending on how fast the matches are scheduled and played. So please look forward to it. There is a prize pool for this tournament. I believe it's still accepting donations if you guys want to support the Dread Runners and the commentators and speed gaming in general along the way. So shout outs to the two commentators we have today. We have Root and Fortify, two runners I mainly know for 100%, but also for any percent, I believe. Um, just out of curiosity, what are you guys doing for Dread in the future?
Right now, personally, I'm taking a break, but
Okay.
after that, I'm probably gonna get my any percent downtime and then 100% again. I'm gonna get sub 150,
LFG.
100%, and then I'm working on space pseudo mostly because I want to get
Nice.
like a 113 space pseudo before I go short boost.
Mm. So what about Fort? I know you've been taking a vacation to DKC2.
Yeah, right now originally my plan was to grind down short boost, grab like a 111, a 110 or something. But then I entered this tournament. So I'm gonna grab a like a 118. If I can potentially grab a 117, possibly, because it's sitting in my splits, you know. I have weird philosophies and everything with saving golds and everything. So it's sitting in my splits. I just need to go grab it. But then other than that, I'm finishing the 100% NMG tutorial that I am doing. The general movement one is currently on my YouTube channel. And then after that,
Let's go.
I'll be taking in my opinion, a well-deserved break. I've been running this game for
Yes,
about
sir.
2 years straight. But when I do come back, I am going to come back and also bring my space pseudo time down to the 115 that I'm looking for. Grab the 110, maybe sub 110 in uh, short boost, etc., etc. I'm gonna
Mm.
learn unrestricted because unrestricted looks fucking sick. Pardon my
Oh
my
yeah,
language,
that
but that looks
too.
sick right now. So,
Yes, sir.
when I return though, I am gonna be absolutely dedicated to this game, and I'm going to say it right now. When I return, I am going to be rivaling you, Bdog, Noya.
Oh, hell yeah.
That there's no ifs, ands, or buts. This when I return, this game will be my one and only focus. So, but
I can't imagine our breaks would be
that's
super
my
long for it.
yeah. It's my break is it's going to be a couple of months, but it's not going to be too long.
All right. So hopefully the game is in a good spot when you return. Shout outs again to these commentators. Please follow them. Uh, like Fort just mentioned all his plans, Root, going forward, taking a break from the game, might come back. And
I will
yeah.
come back, not mine. I will come
I'm
back.
sorry. I'm sorry. I'm gonna be real. I kind of like I just forgot what you said earlier, even though I was
Oh, you're
listening really
fine.
hard. So I said might. That's my bad.
My bad, my
Yeah.
bad.
Thank you guys for commentating, and thanks to the viewers for showing up to support the tournament and Speed Gaming. We'll be back later with more matches. And if you
Yeah.
guys want to sign us off,
Yeah, of course. GG Sat again for the race today. Good luck in your grand finals match. I one last thing to mention. I mentioned how you weren't necessarily streaming a lot lately. I assumed you had your nose in the books per se, and I mean you surprised me with a lot of the stuff that you were doing. So
yeah.
I hope that your practice continues to go well for grand finals.
Thank you very much.
Root, do you have anything final thoughts?
I do not, just GG set.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And B
Thank
Dog,
you.
of course.
Hmm.
Yeah, GG Sat and GG Bdog. Like Sat mentioned, we will be having more Dread races in the coming 2 weeks. So very, very exciting for that. But for now, that's going to close us out for today. So thank you very much, everyone, for watching. Thank you, Root, for doing commentary with me. Thank you to Sat and Bdog for the phenomenal race. And until next time, we will see you next mission. Have a great rest of your day, everyone.